Thomas Jefferson, Tripoli Pirates, Stephen Decatur. These are all things that, I mean, maybe to some of you, especially if you're watching a history book review, might be interesting, right? It's something that you want to hear about. But for a lot of us, myself included, I love the idea of history. I love the idea of learning about history. It's one of my favorite subjects. However, man, is it dry. Have you ever seen the Alice in Wonderland, right, from the 90s? That's like one big acid trip. It's one of those movies where you're like, I don't think that existed. And then you're like, oh shit, it existed. When they're doing the like caucus race stuff and you feel like homesick, I feel like that's like 80% of the history books that I have read. At least that's how they've translated to me. So in thinking of this video topic of a history book that was actually super, super fun to read, there was only one that immediately came to mind, and that was Thomas Jefferson and the Tripoli Pirates. This was written by Brian Kilmeade and Don Yeager. Hello and welcome for names. My name is Joe. If you have never seen me before, this is The Bad Reader. Thanks for stopping by. It's nice to meet you. This history book was one of my favorite books of all time that I've ever read. And I'm not going to spoil it all for you, but just know that it was one of, so way back, this was before I started all my crazy reading, long before a book review YouTube channel. I loved reading books I could learn a lot about. I've talked about that a ton on the channel so far. And I always wanted to read history books, but I found them so dry, literally like that caucus race sort of thing in the Alice in Wonderland. And I was like, I want to know what you're trying to say. I just don't understand how to understand it. And the authors of this book lay out such an incredible story in such an easy to read and easy to digest way. It really, like, I gotta say, in every way, it is just a great book. It is a great story and a great delivery of the story. And that's what I think that the Tripoli Pirates, I'll say, has done so well. If you're looking for history books, chances are you want to learn about incredible stories. History is filled with a lot of incredible stories. And unfortunately, I think sometimes, not that this book is not factual, but I think sometimes the factual information takes over and kind of pollutes an incredibly great story with a really dry delivery. My wife cannot stand boring history books. Absolutely cannot stand them. Jokingly made fun of me every time I pick one up because she knew I wasn't going to read it. I would feel confident that even if I handed my wife this book, she would read it, which I think is a really, really big deal. Somebody that is not into history will probably love the delivery of this book. And again, when I was not reading at all, I know that it really resonated with me because I finished this book in like a week. And even though it's a relatively short book, like the way that the pages are laid out, which I can show you briefly there, not that that's going to tell you a whole lot, but it's an easy read. It's an easy read. And it's a really banging book to read quickly. But I think to reiterate the point and drive it home again, I think the most important thing that the authors did with this book is deliver this story in a way that made you like, what? Like, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about this person. I think I heard that name, but like, I didn't know what they did. It's a really cool book. You don't have to be a major history buff to be interested in it. Now, what I'm curious to hear from you guys is your experience of history books. Are you a avid history book reader, and is there an author that I am missing out on? I love the community that is YouTube, and one of the things I value the most from you watching this video is that it's just you and me. It's just you and me right now, and I would love to have a conversation with you down below in the comments, the beauty of the comments section, and learn more of what other books I can take a look at. That's the beauty of a platform like this. So for me, in my experience, a lot of the history books that I've read or tried to read are so unbelievably dry, but I still learn a lot. What are other authors like this where it is not a dry story and I'm also learning a lot. That's what I would love to know from you guys down below. Now, if you stayed all the way until now, I say all the way, it's only like a shorter, 5-minute video. Come on, give me 5 minutes. If you stayed until now, that was super cringe. If you stayed until now, I got this video over here, more from this channel. You might dig it. And, you might be like, I vibe with this guy. I could get down with what he has to say about books, even though he's not a scholar. That button over there is for you. That's the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day.